I'm Stephen Filoramo with WWII News Service, and I'm here with the Ollises. How are you today?
We're doing
thank you.
good. We enjoyed this event very much.
Every year.
Every year.
It's great.
So when your son came to you and said that he wanted to serve in the military, how did you feel?
Very proud. We knew Michael was going to be a soldier from when he was very young, because that's how he played in the yard. Of course, you always have your reservations about doing it, because we did sign him in at the age of 17, and I'm a Vietnam vet, and war was going on, but we knew that this was Michael's life and what he loved.
When you got the news that your son was killed in war in Afghanistan, how did that make you feel?
Well, at first it was shock. You know, disbelief. You always think this happens to somebody else. It doesn't happen to you, you know. But it did, and we just try to do our best every day to honor his memory, and we love him. We love him, and we miss him, but we know we'll see him again.
When we got the call, we, of course, they don't tell you anything on the phone. We were hoping they would say we would go to Germany.
Right.
And he was wounded. But just from what we had heard, that the Army was there in full uniform, I knew right then. We were in London. So the embassy came in the morning and told us the official bad news.
When you decide to start your foundation, how did you go about it?
Linda and I and my two daughters, Kim and Kelly, we talked about it. And one of the things that we did not want to happen to Michael is his name to be forgotten. And with that, we also wanted to help other veterans, educate children on what a veteran is.
Right.
And that's when we came up with the idea of starting the Staff Sgt. Michael Ollis Freedom Foundation.
Mr. Khoury, can you tell us about your service of your country?
Sure. I'm very proud of my service to my country. I'm very proud that I went when they needed me. And I have been proud all these years since of having served my country in its time of need. I was an infantry buck sergeant in charge of a 12-man combat team. I trained them, and I trained them well. I felt going on shipboard to go overseas that my boys were going to do a darn good job. They did. On Thanksgiving Day, November 25th, 1944, they all died. We were in the opening phases of the Battle of the Bulge and did not know it at the time. We never saw so many tanks, and there was nothing we could do. They ran over some of my people. Can you imagine what a person dies in such a way? I am bothered with this for the rest of my life. I did the best I could for them. And I am a sole survivor, the only one left alive from that incident. I spent 6 months in German prison camp where I darn near starved to death. And a lot of people did. They buried a lot of us. The good Lord allowed me to live and to come home, and I have been grateful ever since. I am trying to live a life as a sort of a give back for the fact that I came home from World War II without a scratch, nothing missing on my body. And when I see all the others and what happened to them, I am exceedingly grateful to the good Lord. and I have channeled my life into a way that is giving thanks for the ability to be able to come home. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming for our first, hopefully annual celebration in remembering our veterans. So today we are all gathering here to celebrate that this is the land of the free because of the brave, and to remember that freedom is not free. So when you see anyone from the military service, tell them thank you for your service, or salute to say thank you for your service, because they give up a lot. They give up time with their families, they give up, they miss Christmas, birthdays, holidays with their families, so they can fight for our freedom. And these are people that we don't even know. We are very thankful that we know 3 of them that are here with us today. So I want to call to the table, just 2 for the moment. I want to call Joe Joyce. Everybody knows Joe Joyce. Meredith is going to get a flag, and she's going to give it to our veterans. Each flag has their name, and this is just a little token of appreciation from the program, from the participants, so they can actually... Say thank you for your service. So get the other flag. Very good. And this is from Mr. So we are being joined by another veteran.
I have to get under the line, but we caught it.
Good. So big round of applause. So now, when everyone walked in, everyone was asking, what is that? What is that? What is that? So this is it's called the America's White Table, and it's a table that all the military branches host to remember those that are POWs, prisoners of war, or those missing in action, MIAs. So I'm going to read the significance of the items on the table, and I will tell you when to say remember, because we need to remember their sacrifice, okay? So, this table is our way of symbolizing the fact that members of our Army and armed forces are missing from our midst. They are commonly called the POWs, prisoners of war, and MIAs, missing in action. They are unable to come back home, so remember them on this Memorial Day. This table, for one, is small. It is symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner alone against his oppressors. Remember. Say remember. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. Remember. The single red rose displayed on the vase reminds us of the families and loved ones of our comrades in arms who kept the faith awaiting their return. Remember. The red ribbon tied around the candle is worn upon the label and breast of thousands who bear witness to their online determination to demand a proper accounting of our missing soldiers. Remember. The candle is lit, symbolizing the upward reach of their uncomfortable spirit. Remember. The slice of lemon on the table, and the bread remind us of their bitter fate and the meals that they will not have with their families. Remember. The salt symbolizes the tears from their families that still await for a response or an account for their loved ones. Remember. The glass inverted means that they cannot toast with their families. So remember. The chair is empty, They are not here. They are missing. So let's remember. Remember with them and call them comrades who depended upon their might and aid and relied upon them, for surely they have not forsaken them. Remember them. So let's have a minute of silence, or 30 seconds, to remember our loved ones, or our veterans actually, who are missing in action.